Welcome back, guys, to the final part of my four-part series on getting your LLC set up. This is a video series specifically for the state of Missouri, which is where I got mine set up. But I wanted to make this four-part series for those that are trying to get their LLC set up for rental properties. It's applicable to most states, but more specifically Missouri is just the information I talked about pretty heavily as far as all these videos goes. But for this final part, it may seem very straightforward from the title, but a lot of people may forget to just do it after it's all done. But once you get your tax ID number for your LLC and you have all of your operating agreement, your articles of organization, and all of that lays out the details of your LLC, what you're going to want to do is go open up a bank account. Now, that may seem very straightforward. A lot of people overthink this part, thinking that some banks are going to be better than others in terms of what their LLC needs. And that may be true, but it really just comes down to what it is that you're looking for your LLC to do for you. So I personally chose a pretty large nationwide bank just because of the idea that when I was thinking about opening up my bank account for my LLC, I wanted to be able to have, number one, a physical branch to be able to go into and actually talk to somebody if something were to go wrong with the account or I need to get something fixed right away. And then I also wanted it to be in multiple states at once, so that way if I was ever out of my state of Oregon traveling around and for whatever reason I needed to deal with something with the bank, there's going to be a branch somewhere near me. So that's personally why I chose a big large national bank. You can go with whatever bank you feel comfortable with. If you're not traveling very much and you are just staying in your own hometown for the most part and never have to worry about that, then go with a local credit union. Go with something that you're comfortable with or something like that. But another thing as well is I do have my LLC bank account completely separate from the bank that I use my personal bank account at. That's just a personal preference. I just thought it would be a lot easier to have two separate banks that I'm doing two separate things at. I don't ever want to even have the chance of things getting mixed up in any way. I've seen it happen before when I actually used to work at a bank, and so I just don't want to have to deal with that. But that being said, once you have all your documents set up, you've got everything printed off, and it's ready to go set up your bank account. I'm right here in front of in my hand right now. If you just type in documents needed to open a bank account for a small business, Chase Bank actually has a list of documents that they would require you to go. So I'll just list it off real quick. Just depending on how your LLC is set up, you need to make sure that all the members of the LLC are present at the time of opening the bank account. So if it's not just you on the LLC, there's you and a partner, you and two other people, they will have to be there. Anybody that has more than 10% ownership in the business will need to be there. Number two, obviously, the very obvious, you're going to need to bring your driver's licenses, your social security cards, whatever it is that you have for your forms of ID. If it's a bank you've never done business with before, you need to have laid out, what the address for the LLC will be, everything like that. The ownership percentage of every person that's on the LLC, everything like that. The bank's going to ask you all these questions. And then number three, is actually the business registration proof. So this is why in steps 1, 2, and 3, we're getting all the documents prepared so we can finally go and actually open up a bank account. So the articles of organization, the certificate of formation, and really the operating agreement is a third one that they don't have listed on this, but is something that I found actually helped me out when I was opening up my bank account and made it pretty smooth and simple. So this is the final part of my four-part series for setting up an LLC for rental properties. It really is just setting up an LLC in general. At the end of the day, you can really use the LLC however you want. So just make sure you're, keeping it above water and not doing anything illegal. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, let me know. More than happy to help out if I can. But I just want to make this quick video to cap this series off. And if you guys haven't seen the other videos, everything will be linked. It's all on a playlist. And, I hope to see you guys later. Good luck out there.